Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. We're on part 2 of this mini folio journal, slash journal, I should say. We made the cover last time, and off camera I stitched around the whole thing, stitched around the image on the front, and I stitched these little paper pads together that we kind of did last time. So we're going to we're going to glue these in, and then we're going to move on. Actually, I think we're going to make some pockets first before I glue these two in. So let me have a seat, make sure I'm in frame, and get a drink of water, and we're going to move on. Okay, I don't know how long my dogs will let me go because this is the second or the third video I've recorded today, and they've been pretty good. Now, I wanted to create, this is just a mini version of this large folio, which I'm doing a giveaway on right now for 1,000 subscribers. So I did a pocket on the front of this one. This one I did not. So this is just a mini version of the type folio journal thingy it is. So we're going to do a little bit different. So the other one I left plain here. So I think I'm going to put a pocket here and a pocket on this side. And then when you fold it open, we're going to have the paper pad here, a paper pad here. I'm going to be sewing the paper in the middle of this one, and we're going to do some type of tucks or pockets here. So that's our plan. That's my plan. So I've got some cut-offs from the cardstock that I used, and I'm using some of a couple different kits, just things that I have used before on other projects. And one of them is this Parisian Spring, and that's by Romantic Attic Designs. Now this cardstock was in my stash, and this as well, but I thought it would lend well to this kit. And then also one of the I forget the rose kit from Artie Mays that I made the last journal with. So I've got some, that's what this image is from right here. And then I came in and I did some jelly pen on the front of that. That was in the last video. So we're going to use a little bit of those, some cardstock I had. So I thought we would make a simple pocket here. So let's get right into that, and let me get a pencil and just mark it. And I think I'll just do a little notch in it. We'll cut, I'm going to need one for the other side too. So let me just put these two pieces right here. Let me see, I marked that. Let me cut them. I also have this rose paper here that I used right here on the back part of the paper pad. It's a rose cardstock, so this I'll be gluing down after. So I do have that. And where did I mark these now? Okay, I see it. So we're gonna do two of these, then we'll ink them, and I'll probably maybe try to sew them in after. I need to somehow get my machine over here. Where on this, I've had some people ask me to share my sewing, but it's at a different table. If you saw my craft room tour, I'm just going to put a little notch in each of these. You can see it's at its own table, and my camera's set up over here. I can move it. I mean, it's not like I can't move it. It's just that when I'm in the middle of the project to go back and forth. I think I will do something over at that setup over there, and then do some, I'm using weathered wood distress ink. Do some clusters and, you know, maybe some, oh, I don't know, collaging, Franken pages. Haven't done Franken pages in a long time. That's a, Franken pages is a Nick the Booksmith, and, oh, a couple gals have done, well, a lot of people, but I first saw it on Nick's channel, Nick the Booksmith. Nick the Booksmith. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. Let me just pop this way so it's laying the right way. And I think I'm just going to use this glue because I'm about out of my Fabri-Tac. It's coming tomorrow, I think. This is an acrylic glue as well. I'm pretty sure, unless I refilled this. I haven't pulled out this glue in a while. It might be a mix of a couple glues, to be honest with you, because I like the top. I like the top. Okay, we're just going to glue around the sides there and pop this on here. Just bring it down a little bit. Okay. I may come in and just sew across the bottom, maybe up the sides, I don't know. Okay, let's put the other one on this side. And then we'll glue in those paper pads. I wanted to get the pocket on this side first. Oh, come on. I think I gotta keep this upside down. Come on, glue. I think I need to stick a pin in it. Yeah, I do. It's stubborn. Maybe it just needs to get some air in it. It's like it's flattening out. Let me see. I've got some kind of there's plenty of glue in there. I don't know why it's being so stubborn. Let me see if I'm in frame. Yeah, I did a flip through of a video, and then we'll come back and we'll do some embellishing on these pockets after, maybe a little lace or something. And I realized that half of the video you could only see, like, I think either the top half or the bottom half. I don't know. It wasn't good. Just was not a good one. I don't edit my videos either, so I may get into that. I don't know. I kind of figured you guys can watch me, you know, blunders and all, because we all make them, and everything always ends up okay. So now I'm going to glue this cardstock. I went over and I just sewed the pages together, and we're going to have this on this side. Do I want to glue these in before I sew the pages in here? Yeah, I think it'll be fine. It's just such a small paper pad that's going in the middle, small journal. I'm leaving because this is such a shabby kind of shabby chic kind of journal. I'm going to leave the strings. Leave all the stringies and give it that shabbier look. So this just gives you a lot more writing room when you add these little paper pads. And both sides, you know, you can write on both sides. So, because I printed on both sides of the paper, so. Okay, well, let's do this side. And I did ink a little bit, so that's done. You know what, let me get rid of just the bottom string, so that doesn't get in the way of gluing. So that big folio that I've got a bunch of envelopes in, and I'm going to add a bunch of more ephemera to it in the bags and everything. And that is going to be my 1,000 YouTube subscriber giveaway. So thank y'all. Thank you so much. So I'm going to announce that. I'm actually at $9.99, so I gotta get one more before I do it. So I will announce when that drawing will be. Probably the last, when I do the neck, the last, or, whoops, video of this. Or I'll just pop on, do a quick video saying I'm going to be announcing it, you know, this weekend or the end of the week. I'm also going to be running a Columbus Day sale, but it's also to say thank you, you know, in my shop this weekend. So I'm going to probably do that. Now, I don't know. Okay, I think I might want to do like a double pocket here. I have these cute little thingies. I also have, let me pull down, here's the paper. We're going to sew this in here in a second. This is going to get sewn right in the middle here. As a matter of fact, let me just go through these papers with you. So I have, these were from the, not the rose kit, the other kit. Oh, I just had it out here. This kit. Okay, the Romantic Attic Designs. And, then I added a envelope, a vellum envelope, and I just did a scallop scissors at the end. So that's going to get, as a matter of fact, I'm probably going to put a piece of trim. We'll come in and do a little embellishing in this. You know, what I'd like to do real quick, let me get out a stencil. Let's do these papers. I'm kind of, before I add those two pockets, I think I might want to add that paper in. Let me see. Let me grab a stencil that I think, or stamp or something that I think might go well with that. I'm just going to pull out, I have a rose one in here. Okay, I'm going to use the roses. Let me see, I might use a little script stamping, or a little script stencil. I have this floral one. I'll leave that one out. I did get this new one. Tim Holtz. Stampers Anonymous. But those aren't really those are flowers, they're not roses. So I think I'm just going to do the roses. Let's just add a tiny bit of stenciling on these plain pages before. It's easier to do it this way than sewing it in. And I'm going to use the weathered wood because that's what I'm using. And I'm just going to do just a little bit. And let me flip it over here. might come in later and maybe add a stamp or two. See, so it's light enough where you can journal right on it. So let's do that one. And this one, I've got one book page in here on book binding. Thought that was kind of cool. It's a vintage encyclopedia page. Okay, that's just down the middle of the page. Put these back where they were. Let me see what else. I added this little envelope. It's a coin envelope in here with the birds and the roses. And a wax paper bag in there. Let's do a script stamp on this one. This says, art is just another way of something expressing the inner something, 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 something. It's just for script. There's that. Add a little bit over here. Just add a little ink on the corners. Just for interest. Okay, let me move those aside. I think I'm out. Now I know I'm out of frame. Okay, now I'm going to clip these and we'll sew them in. Get those out of the way. Make sure all my pages are right real quick. I think I'm going to move this bag down, or this envelope down. I cut the papers down 1/8 of an inch smaller than the spine, so I would make sure they would fit. Just gonna clip them. Whoops. This is the way I find it easiest to sew paper. It's my signatures in, is when I clip them. So it just works best for me. Okay, let me grab some thread. And I think I'll use, if I can find it, I was going to use some crocheting. Crochet thread, but I don't know. Hold on. Here it is. I found it. Instead of the wax linen, because it's not a very big book. So let me get my needle out. Let me just get some thread cut. And we'll do a simple 3-hole. I've been doing a lot of 5-hole pamphlet stitches lately because I feel like they hold my bigger books, you know, my big books. I like to do the 5-hole, so I have a lot in there. So then we will measure and mark this. Okay, now, oops. Trying to stay where you guys can see me. I usually, here, I have to get right up underneath my nose to thread. Okay, let me find my pokey tool. Should have had all this stuff out, huh? Sorry, reaching across the camera. Okay, I usually like to measure, this is such a 1 inch down, and this is such a small spine that I can just eyeball the middle. So I am just simply going to do, I'm going to just lay make sure I'm in the middle. 1 inch and another inch up, and at the 3 inch because it's 6 inches. So let me just get my phone book real quick, because that's thicker than you think it is. That's 4, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then I'm going to measure the same thing here. It's less than 1/8 of an inch, so it will line up. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mark it with a pen in the middle. So we want, it's not even 1/8, it's less than 1/8 of an inch. 1 inch up this way, 1 inch up this way, and then at the 3 inch. So there's my places I'm going to poke my holes. So I'm just going to poke right through. I have more pages than I thought I did here. Okay, so let me move my pokey tool aside. My desk is starting to get messy. Let me put the cap on the glue. Okay, I'm just going to go, make sure your book's the right side up, right way up, your pages. In through the middle. I have to kind of turn it, guys, so I can see what I'm doing. Huh. There we go. Through the bottom. Okay. I'm losing my thread. Okay, back through the middle. Just want to make sure I didn't catch my thread, because it's the wax linen thread. Here, I gotta watch this. It's harder, but you can split the thread real easy when you're using floss, embroidery floss, and then you're not going to get a good tight book. You got to go back through. Looks like I need to put a little bit more glue on this spine. And you know, I've had to rip it out and restart books from doing that, because you can't tighten your threads because you split them. All right, let me just check. check my nice and tight, then go through here. And just tie a knot. Maybe put a few dangles on this. And I'm probably gonna do 3 knots since it's not wax linen. The nice thing about wax linen thread is the wax kind of all melts together, so your knot's not gonna go anywhere. Okay, so we'll take these off, and we've got our paper sewn in, and these are a little long. I'm going to keep them long because I might put a dangle on that. So here's our pages, nice and tight, little envelope. Now we're ready to, so this is going to fold like this and like this. Okay, so you have a little folio and a journal in one. Now we want to add a pocket here. So I have this, which I think is cute, and I might put a second one right above it. I have one right here, just thinking. Just don't want one to get in the way of another. Okay, so let me get my pencil, and let me see. I want to cut this down so it kind of looks. So I'm going to cut right here, and I may have to trim. Let me see. I think I'm going to trim off this little end over here first. And then, so we got this round scalloped edge. Actually, I'm going to trim a little bit more. I'm trying to make it so it's even. The scalloping is even. See what I'm saying? Where, because it's like scallop, point, scallop. There we go. I think that's going to be pretty good. So I'll cut it right here. Okay, then we're going to ink that. And then the third installment of this, we will come back and we'll just embellish our pockets and add our goodies to the pockets. Let me just clip this over here because this is popping up. It's getting in my way. I think I got it clogged. I'll use this. I have a tendency to leave my my glue lids off. That's why this thickens up so much. So I'm all forever trying to unclog them. Let me make sure that this doesn't get in the way of the pocket, or of the fold. Okay, so there's one, because I have some really cute, let me just grab them here. I might have to use the smaller ones. Okay, so there's one. And let me just see, I want to make sure that this does not Yeah, this will be fine. I want this rose, so I think I can mark this right here and it'll be, oh, what the hey. It might not be perfect. I'd take a tiny bit more off. Just a hair, right? Oh, a little bit more. Just trying to think what side do I want to take it off. I really want the rose. Okay, let's ink this. And glue. So I hope you guys are liking the project. I asked for some suggestions of, you know, upcoming projects. I am going to make an ephemera folio because I saw a lot of people do that, and I was inspired by several, and I will say their names, and I ended up combining several ideas into one of these ephemera folios, and I think they're going to make my life easier. So we're going to have a little, probably get something a little smaller than that for up there. So we've got a tuck here and a tuck there. Now we need to add 2 more, or actually one, we'll do a different sort of tuck here. We'll do a bigger pocket here. Let me see, what do I have? I have this cut off yet. Or we could do let me see. This is too big. I was thinking a pocket out of one of these pieces of ephemera. Let me just see what I have here. Let me just clip this side down. It's getting in my way. Put the lid on this for a minute. These little dress forms are so cute, aren't they? I think what I'm gonna do out of these, I didn't use these in my last project. I think I'm going to make a little flip up book with that, and we'll find a place to tuck it in. Maybe we'll tuck it in the inside, wait a sec, like here. That'd be cute. Make little booklets out of these dress forms. This is from the Artie Mae's Rose. That's it. It's My Sweet Roses. Oh, I have this. Let's use this as a tuck. I don't even think, I just need to trim off a tiny, tiny bit on each side. Which is a shame because this is actually inked. This is from the My Sweet Roses kit too. What did I do with my ink? Here it is. Just need to get some on here. So the two kits blend together quite well. There we go. So that will be a pocket. I'm thinking, do I want around the corners? I think I do. I have to have more ink. Okay, now we will do this. on my all my upcoming videos, I'm going to start mentioning some YouTube channels that you know, I'm watching, and I'll probably name one or two a day, and that have inspired me, and so that y'all can check those talented ladies out. That some of the smaller channels, which are really some really good artists out there. Okay, so we have a couple more. We got a pocket there and 2 pockets in there, and we are ready to move on to the next part, which will be our embellishing, and then we'll fill it, and we've got ourselves the cutest little folio journal. So that's what we'll do today, guys. So thanks for stopping in, and if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe, that would be great. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.